Well, the achievement of Angostura making history as the first foreign rum to be awarded a national prize in Cuba was one of the highlights at a welcome reception for the new Cuban ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, Gustavo D. Veliz Olivares. Now, Minister of Foreign and Caricom Affairs, Dr. Amery Browne, also noted Cuba's continuous generosity despite the many challenges they face. Jason John brings us more.
For over 5 decades, Trinidad and Tobago and Cuba have benefited from strong diplomatic bonds. In welcoming the new Cuban ambassador, Gustavo D. Veliz Olivares, to Trinidad and Tobago, Minister of Foreign and Caricom Affairs Dr. Amery Browne praised the resilience exhibited by the Cuban people despite unjust measures being imposed against them for some 60 years.
Facing new unjust measures such as the absolutely ridiculous listing of Cuba as a state sponsor of terrorism by a former administration to the north, which is maintained to this day.
Minister Browne spoke to the support demonstrated by both Trinidad and Tobago and the wider Caribbean.
An ambassador was right. Trinidad and Tobago has joined with a number of other countries, including members of the Caribbean community, in consistently and clearly condemning these unfair and unjust measures and calling for their removal.
He said this solidarity will remain in place until those measures are reversed. According to the Cuban ambassador, after 52 years, our relationship still demonstrates strong potential. He said as part of Cuba's contribution to the development of human resources in the Caribbean, 83 Trinidadian students have graduated from the Cuban University, mainly in the medical field.
Cuba seeks greater exchange in trade, culture, education, sport, among other areas with Trinidad and Tobago.
At the welcome event hosted for the Cuban ambassador at Arnhem's Gallery, Minister of Trade and Industry Paula Gopi-Schoon received the award on behalf of her ministry for the best design and popular booth at the Expo Caribe, held in June 2024 in Santiago de Cuba, while Angostura received a special mention for 3 of their benchmark rums, 1919, 1787 and 1824. Jason John, TTT News.